Chapter 24, March on Sojourn. Hey, do you have a moment? Oh, sure. Is everything all right? You haven't seemed yourself since, Sloane? Do you remember how they looked at you?
What?
What do you mean? After Sterling's death? As if I were about to burst into tears or flames? Right. Hard to forget. I've been getting those looks since yesterday. It's making my skin crawl. Hate to say it, but you'll get used to it. That, or they'll forget. Maybe a bit of both. I know, but actually that isn't really an issue for me most of the time. It's fine if you need some time. God knows I did too. No, that's just it. I don't need time. I'm ready. They're all looking at me like I should be hurting, like I should care that I just killed my father. But I don't. It means nothing to me. I feel nothing. You can't know how desperately I want to understand why you're looking at me that way right now. I guess I've just never had people who cared like this before. Surely your nurses cared for you. They cared for me, but they didn't care about me. Everyone around me has only ever seen me as a means to an end, and I think I've done the same. But I care about our friends. We're in uncharted territory, and I'm fighting every day not to lose sight of that. Look, I know this isn't my place to say, but your childhood did you every disservice it could have. Even in the time that I've known you, you've come such a long way. You don't unlearn 2 decades in 6 months.
I don't get it.
I know, but I still can't understand. What am I supposed to feel right now? A mix of things? Yeah. I'm sorry. This was a mistake.
Worry.
Stop. This was not a mistake. To the abyss with how you're supposed to feel. You feel how you feel, and that's that. This is a better group to fight and grow with than I ever could have prayed for, but their expectations don't define you. You're going to come along at your own pace. I, for one, am impressed with how far you've come. Are you really? For all that I've always been able to read people, you're like a slab of granite. I never know what you're thinking. Well, you aren't the only one that's built up walls. I've found it's easier to break them down with help. So I keep hearing.
Yes.
But let me answer your question. Yes, I am impressed with how far you've come. Not long ago, you were this feisty, selfish thing yelling at us even after we rescued you. Now look at us. We're leading a revolution together. You're a central piece of it, and it has nothing to do with pushing a personal agenda. It's been a long journey, hasn't it? It has. I am more than thankful that you're still along with us. We couldn't be doing this without you, and in many more ways than your political station. Thank you, Irving. I think I needed someone to help walk me through this silly thing that... Not silly at all. You're human, even if you're only just now letting yourself realize that. Yeah? Irving, I'm glad you could make it. Maeve wouldn't say a word without you present. A word about what? Have you made a breakthrough? Not exactly, but I've just received explicit permission from the Mystic Council to share what I know. Gee. I see. Go on then. My council, along with the Order of Eternals, was founded in the immediate aftermath of the Calamity. Before the fall of the Empire, their members belonged to the same body, one that fulfilled a sort of combined purpose. It was called the Magisterium Arcana and functioned as a sort of independent branch of the imperial government. Its members were some of the most widely respected academics of the time, charged with the study, application, and protection of arcane objects. Why the Order of Eternals was formed specifically to account for the aspects, I do not know. Vesta, do you have any knowledge of this? Not specifically. I'm hoping whatever we receive back from the Order will help clarify that. Intriguing, though I'm not sure how this relates to Akmenos or the staff.
Actually,
That's what I'm getting to. The grief-stricken sorcerer who created the staff did so just before the Calamity, after which it was stolen by a student with divine ambitions. Divine ambitions? What do you mean? Irving, there's a reason to believe the legends of the Age of Ascension are more than just stories. It seems some incredibly gifted mortals were actually able to obtain elevated levels of significance in the astral plane upon excelling in certain areas of life.
It can't be.
Elevated levels of significance. It's true then, that each of the gods revered across Terrazael was once mortal like us?
Sure.
If gods is the term you ascribe to them, then yes. Then did this student succeed?
I think not.
Quite the opposite. He designed a ritual which he called the Rite of Ascension to realize his ambitions, but it went terribly wrong. I believe it may actually be linked to the cause of the Calamity itself. And what do we know of this ritual? That seems to be the final piece missing in all this. The Mystic Council has no record of it, other than to say that knowledge is kept by the Order of Eternals. Vesta, does this spark anything in your
I'm
memory?
afraid not.
I know the Order has a highly restricted archive at Cosmere, but I've never had cause to visit it. I've already pressed them for anything that might help. I suspect if my superiors know anything of it, we'll be the first to know. Cosmere. That name has been tied up in all this before. All the more reason so much depends on receiving word from the Order. I suspect Akmenos could be of great service to us in answering these questions if he could be compelled to help us. I suspect you're right. Elias, are we any closer to tracking him down? Yes and no. What do you mean? On the one hand, I've found him. That's great news. You should have said something. We should be able to employ his own devices to get him to share what he knows.
Hold on.
Unfortunately, it's not so simple. He's learned a great deal about me from the time I've spent inside his machinations. With this knowledge of my weaknesses, I don't think I'll be able to face him alone. The only viable strategy I can think of would be to lure him out of the staff somehow. I wouldn't even know where to begin doing that, and at the very least, it would likely require his cooperation. So much hangs on a few things which grow more and more unlikely with each passing day. Let's each hope for a stroke of luck or inspiration, or both. At this point, direct confrontation with Varic seems inevitable. I expect this knowledge will become essential soon. The odds have never been better, and there's no reason to believe they ever will be. The time to strike is now or never. Sojourn is completely cut off from its arms and provisions, and the majority of Delians are on our side. My contacts inform me soldiers on the road are already deserting in droves. Once word spreads that the scourge of Valmurin has been lifted from Canopy, every commoner east of the Dragon's Tail will be taking up arms to fight by our side. Even so, the question remains of how to take the city. A siege is a traditional choice, though with a city the size of Sojourn, it would be rather difficult. Could we pull it off? If the garrison spreads itself as thin as we would to surround it, yes. But if they concentrated their forces, they'd surely be able to break through the rest and reset the clock. Only the common people stand to lose in sieges. Even tyrants keep their soldiers warm and fed. Besides, we'd have to account for attrition on our side as well. A direct assault is the only viable option. Certainly, if we could defeat Varic, the city would fall. His command over his officers seems to be the only thing keeping his soldiers in service to him. Would our forces suffice to get us to the keep in a direct assault? I expect so, but we'd need to defeat Varic quickly to prevent them from getting surrounded and pelted from every direction. Time would not be on our side. We've raced the Sandglass and won before. A direct assault is the best choice for the people of Delia. If we do succeed in deposing Varic, we'll need their support to rebuild. Again, it seems we're destined to take the path most fraught with peril, but I must agree, this is what justice demands.
When you're ready, follow me.
Lincoln, mobilize the troops for an assault as quickly as you can and report back when we're ready. It's time to take this war back to the man who started it. Dun dun dun! Lots of bondage, it looks like. Holy smokes. Okay. Wet the whistle. Aaron, I have to imagine there's some course I missed out on where they teach you how to overthrow a tyrannical king. Not even close, but maybe you could teach it someday. That day is a long way off, if it even exists. Maybe. Are you ready to take this fight to the top? I'm not getting any more ready standing around talking about it, but if it's what the others expect of me, then what do you expect of yourself? I don't know. I'd say to deliver justice to those who've suffered loss, but that seems so impossible now. You're right, that would be impossible. We don't deliver justice by what we destroy, we do that by what we build. Those are the words of a healer if I've ever heard them. And were you expecting anything else? No, in fact, I think that's just what I was looking for. Then I'm happy to oblige. Maybe all I expect of myself is leave it all on the battlefield. That way the rest is up to fate, or our friends, or perhaps some combination of both. That's not a poor demand, but you'll never achieve it if you see it as a way to escape responsibility. You'll only do it if you allow it to become your responsibility. That sounds right. I'll try and think of it that way. Marin, do you remember what you said to me before about how much can happen in a year? Of course. Well, if you'd have told me a year ago where we'd be today, I'd never have believed you. Nothing's quite as unbelievable as life itself. That couldn't be any more true. It gives me hope, too, that we might yet see an unbelievable victory. We might, but even if we don't, you'll never face another trial alone. All of us with you, no matter what threats we face. I know I'll be right there every step of the way. You do have a good record of that. I can't think of any reason to change that now. Good. Neither can I. If you don't mind me saying so, I think that blade's as sharp as it's going to be. Oh yes, I know, just a nervous habit of sorts. Something troubles you? Nothing beyond the obvious, really. The odds don't favor us, and so much has already been lost. Irving, you cannot lose hope. You are the source of it for too many. Tell me then, what should be my source of hope? Hope is not some commodity like a mug of ale diminished as it's passed from one to another. It is a defiant act of the will, and just one spark, your spark, is enough to set a city ablaze. Sojourn ablaze. I think that's what I'm worried about. Do you remember what you told me after we rescued your mother? That it was a reminder for all of us of who we're fighting for, not just some lofty idea, but real people, mothers and sisters and sons, and friends too? You shouldn't have to look too far to be reminded of that. No, I don't. It's those sisters and sons who I'm worried about. If I could bring an end to this without shedding one more drop of blood, then you would. I know it, and it's good that your heart dwells on these people. Quite frankly, I'd be more concerned if it didn't, but you must not let that weaken your resolve. What gives you hope then, Vesta, Lamar? You, Irving. Please, I'm serious. I want to know. When I took the secret oath, I pledged my life to the Order of Eternals, to the protection and defense of the aspects against those who would use them for evil. Before you and your friends found me in my temple, the Order was failing that charge. I would not have succeeded in my defense or even escaped with my life without your aid. But when I saw Arima again and met all of you, when I saw the bonds formed across borders and birthrights, I thought there might be a chance to actually put a stop to this evil. Once again, I had hope. We knew so much less than we know now. I'm surprised we would have that effect.
Do not lose hope!
And still do, Irving, for so many, not just all of us here. Take solace in that. I will try. If we're idle, destruction will not be slowed, that much is certain. Which is why we must not be. The gods have blown the wind in our sails. The time has come to raise the anchor and use it. If Ford heard you using a nautical metaphor, please don't tell him. I won't. Thank you, Vesta. You're an inspiration to each of us. May it bring the gods glory and Terrazael justice. I'd settle for that. In just a moment. I'm kind of bunched up. What was Alistair like as a youth? I understand you two traveled together quite a bit. Your father is strong in both stature and will. He commands respect just with his presence. The three of us, your father and our middle brother, Roth, went everywhere together. No one's ever told me of Roth before. Yes, well, sometimes things change. I won't pry. Thank you. Anyway, Alistair was born to lead. He really was. He was sentimental but willing to make the hard calls. The three of us were capable of egregious violence and were constantly called to perpetrate it in the name of public safety. Sounds like a dangerous combination. It was. Alistair kept me grounded. I could have drifted away as my powers increased, but he wouldn't let me. I feel grateful for that every day, even if I would never tell him that. I expect you'll keep my secret. I'm sure he already knows. He seems perceptive. He is at that. Roth and I got held to a higher standard as kids because Alistair was always standing
Sterling.
out. Excuse me. Sounds just like Sterling. He was just like Sterling. I would expect to feel sad about it, but truthfully, that makes me happy. It helps me feel connected to Sterling, knowing that he's just like Alistair. I'll have someone to look to remind me of him. You know, you remind me a lot of Sterling yourself. Thank you, Aunt Liberty. All right. Just like Big Bro. Marin, could you spare a little patience for a nostalgic old friend? I'm afraid you used up your daily quota early this morning.
Right.
Still sore from that comment I made about your cooking? Do most women let you get away with things like that? No one lets me get away with anything, women least of all. If I've exhausted today's patience, I might just have to eat it into tomorrow's. Very well, since we're friends, what's on your mind? Do you remember that one night we'd both just been kicked out of the Hall of Experimentation for studying too late? I was studying, you were flirting with the mage's attendant. So we were studying different subjects, but it was a clear night and the stars were out, and you said, look, it's the weaver's thread. I was born under those stars, that's why I learned to sew. And I asked you if that was all there was to it, if our destinies were just written in the stars before we were ever born, and now all we do is follow along like a wheel in a rut. And I said no, that's the whole point of the weaver's thread and the hand that wields its needle. We get to choose what we do with it. We get to choose the people we become. Yes, that's exactly what you said. What about it then?
What a joke.
Well, it still seems like a load of wish-wash. How generous. But I'm a lot closer to believing now than I ever was. More than anything, it seems it's the choices we've made which brought us here. To this point, I mean. All the more reason to continue making the right
Are
one.
you sure?
I've never been the best at that.
It'll be all right.
No, but you're getting better. That's comforting to hear. Don't get too comfortable. There's still a lot you can work on. No argument there. But I do have to give you credit, Garrick. When the wind picked up, you held your ground. You stayed with Irving, with me, with Alden. You helped us weather the storm. I think that was an excellent choice. Well, it's one I plan to continue making, like it or not. I like it. What happened to there's a lot you could work on? Nothing. It's still true. Would you like me to make a list? No, I don't think I would. An itemized list of your faults, things you need to work on. That'd be great. Let's just check in once a month, see how we're doing. Get an updated list of things that irritate you. Yeah. Or not. Aren't you going to announce yourself?
I guess so.
I figured you heard me coming anyway.
That's right.
That I did. I finished the Pilgrim's Recompense. And you were right. It really picked up at the end. After everything that he went through to get there, I never expected Guillaume to... Yes, I know. Huh? Someone may be listening. We should not deprive them of a proper first impression.
Really?
That's right. No spoilers. Gosh, there's the new Jurassic World movie coming out. And there's a couple of new games. And like Twitter and social media, whatever. It's just full of that stuff. No spoilers, you degenerates. Jeez. I don't see anyone in earshot, Helena. Regardless, I know the part of which you speak, and I agree. That is when the tale finds its stride. Here. Whoa, this is heavy. What is it? A legendarium I transcribed at the monastery.
That's so cool.
You wrote all this? The content is not my work, only the calligraphy. Wow, thanks. This is impressive and pretty dense. I'm not sure where to begin. At the beginning, of course. Should I start now? Please. You know, Helena, I'm not sure how to say this, but it's really nice to be able to just sit. I don't feel like I need to fill the space all the time.
Silent guy
In How
reads
Finn,
true.
we have a saying. Silence is an unwelcome guest to strangers, but a faithful companion to friends. Then that's 2 more faithful companions than I had before. You merit them both. Thanks, Helena. You do too. I think it's a good skill to have. It's not natural to everybody, but it's a good skill to have to be able to sit in silence. Some people can't. There has to be something to fill up the gap, the silence. It's like meditation, I guess, in a way. No text?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
No way!
Whoa, Sophia, are you weight training? Oh, hey, Benji. I guess so. I just found some of these branches and figured lifting them might help me improve my strength. Then maybe I could draw more powerful bows. That's exactly the mindset you need, Sophia. Never take your eye off the prize. Thanks so much. I sure won't. Did you need something?
Whoa!
Oh, no, just wanted to watch. Maybe I could give you some tips on your form. Oh, huh. All right. Here goes. Rah. Whoa, hold up there. You should have someone spot you or you're going to hurt yourself. Uh-oh. Huh. Wouldn't want to do that. No, you don't. Nothing can set back progress like an injury. That's why stretching is so important.
All right.
Now listen up. You don't want to drop the branch like that. If you do it right, you can get just as much of a workout on the way down as you do on the way up. Try again, and don't forget to breathe. All right. Hurrah! Better. Much better. You should feel that in your arms now instead of your back. Oh man, that definitely felt better. There's just so much to think about at once. I know what you mean. Don't sweat it. You'll get used to it with time. All you really need to do is make sure you're always pushing yourself to the max. Not more than that, or you'll get hurt, but any less is wasted potential. Good advice.
Nothing less
Hey,
than the best.
got some time if you want to keep going. You really shouldn't do this without a spotter anyway. Thanks, that'd be great. You've already helped me a lot. I know my way around this stuff. All right, let's start from the bottom with your arms fully extended. See if you can curl it all the way up to your chin. Ready? Ready as ever. Go. Yeah. That's why the recommendation is like slow, controlled movements for resistance training. For heavy weight, slow and controlled. If you can't do it slow and controlled, it's too much weight. You're just gonna get hurt. Especially the older you get. Oh there, I think you've gotten taller.
Come on.
You're just saying that. Nay, I mean it. Though I suppose it's well within the realm of possibility that I simply shrunk. That happens as we get older too. I don't think so. Something the matter, boy? Not really? Well, you're welcome to share your mind. I guess I'm just worried about my sister, about all of us. What if we lose? I never even finished my training. Ah, I see what this is about. Listen, if there's one thing running around the surface it teaches... If there's one thing running around the surface teaches a dwarf, it's that most folk who judge you by your size underestimate what you're capable of. Pull one gear from the clock, no matter how small, and it stops dead in its tracks. And you mustn't sell yourself short. Ha, short. I must admit, that one went over my head. Ha, got him again. Are you sure you're not doing these on purpose? If I were, I'd have a career as a court jester. I think you might.
Don't mind if I do.
A safer choice to be sure, but significantly less treasure involved. I guess that's true. Paladin, let me say this. When we're in the heat of battle, I'm more than grateful to have a wizard man like you at my side.
Are you sure?
You mean that? Well, maybe a few yards away from my side. I'd hate to end up on the wrong end of one of your fireballs. Huh, that's fair. I think I'd feel the same. Keep your chin up, boy. You'll need your eyes on the battlefield in the days to come. Excuse me, jeez. I will. I'm going to give this everything
Less
I've
work
got.
for me.
That's the spirit, lad. They were teamed up this last fight quite a bit there, especially at the end. Well, you paid absolutely no attention to my advice. Should I take that as a compliment? Yeah. Absolutely, you should, because you know what? That was my plan all along, reverse psychology. I learned that from a wizard I met back in Carmont. It's when you get someone to do something by telling them to do the opposite. Yeah, I know what reverse psychology is. You do now. That's something you got to remember in life. Every day is an opportunity to learn something new. So what did you learn today, Faust? I learned I'm traveling with one badass, brilliant kid wizard. That's what. Impressive.
Definitely.
Honestly, it is. I'm an old dog. New tricks don't come easy. But don't let me take all the credit. You worked hard to get where you are. That's your next lesson. Look at that. 2-for-1 special. In life, other people are going to try to take credit for your accomplishments. It's inevitable. But you just remember all the blood, sweat, tears, and anything else I don't want to know about that you put into it, whatever it is. No one can take that away from you. And guess what I'm trying to say is, I may have helped you out a lot, but don't forget to give yourself some credit too. Thanks, Faust. I definitely won't do that. Excellent. I'm glad we linked up, man. We're like long-lost brothers or something, I swear to the gods.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think secretly Marin always wanted an extra brother. Okay, yeah, maybe not brothers exactly, but something real close, just not in like a blood way. You get me? Yeah, I think I do. Man, what did I say? We're unstoppable. Oh, what did I say? Yeah, okay. Read that with the wrong inflection. Can I help you? Oh, no, that's all right. Just taking a look at your, rings.
Very nice.
Ah, I see. Yes, they have quite a spectacular sheen in this light, don't they? Where did you get them? Which one? All of them.
Absurd.
That would take hours to tell. How about the little magenta one then on your pinky? Gods, of all your choices, Sophia, I got that one from a friend back home in Silver Garden. Sounds like she must have been a very special friend. And what makes you think? Yes, she was a special friend for a time.
Well.
Hey, not every friendship can be like mine and Sloane's. As soon as we met, we both knew it was for life.
Explain.
Is that so? I wonder if Sloane would say the same. I don't wonder, I know she would. And by the way, my ferret isn't a human or a spy. And what makes you so sure? I asked him.
Absurd.
Oh, did he raise his right paw and swear an oath to you? No, but he shook his head, quite clearly. That is troubling. Very troubling. Yes. Your ferret is answering your questions. A little troubling, I suppose. Oh, Fenton, I think Butter likes you. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's very good, but I think that's close enough. He can like me from over there. Do you like
Don't
butter?
mind if I do.
Under the right circumstances, in a nice warm loaf or a tasty meat pie, can't bake anything right without butter. No, my ferret, Fenton. Oh, yes, of course. He's a cute little one, aren't you? Yeah. What's wrong?
That's gonna leave a mark.
I think the hairy bastard bit me. Oh, he does that. That's how he gets friendly. It's like a little kiss. Except it's a bite. Sundered stone, I think I'd rather kiss an elf. Really? Have your eye on one in particular? No, it's more like a figure of speech. Slinky gutter rat. Got it. Thanks. Don't worry. I'll pick up on all your dwarf expressions eventually. I just need to hear you use them more. Well, looks like there may be time enough for that. Yay. All right. These youths are impressive, Vesta. I'm finding myself feeling that adventurous fire that I used to. Hard times craft hard people. I worry for them. They'll find a way out of it. You can fight forever. Can't fight forever. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Akmenos. I have some ideas. Did you ever run into anything similar during your early days in Varroa? Nothing quite like that, but soul magic is hardly groundbreaking. I believe he's just taken it further than any other has been willing to. I've dabbled myself, you know.
The Eternals.
I do. You think the Order doesn't keep tabs on you? Sometimes it feels like they forget about us who are out here, stationed at posts that went undisturbed for a millennium. Ah, but they didn't. I bet you feel grateful you happened to be there when you did. That's the problem with something like the Order, isn't it? It's only useful once in a lifetime, but you can be damn sure you want it there when it has the chance. I suppose so. I've been running over how to ask this without being disrespectful, and I think I've come to the conclusion that you don't care either way. So, would you be willing to tell me about what happened back in Dyolfen? I've read the mission files, but they leave out nearly the entire thing. I've spent my tenure in the Order wanting to make a difference, and I think I've at least partially modeled my attitude after what I've learned about how you used to be. Of course you have. My father, Rude, wanted it that way for new members. What we did was heroic, the stuff they write stories about. What they don't write about is the number of people we had to kill, the number of friends we watched suffer and perish before it was done. They were this close, Vesta. The sons of Shamak came within a hair's breadth of destroying all of Dyolfen, killing thousands. I'm proud of the work we did to stop them. I am. I have never since felt the sense of purpose I did during those days, but I never thought I could do it again. Yet here we are. I'm glad that I've gotten the chance to know you, Vesta. I'd kept up on your progress and thought I might like to one day. I'm glad I was right. I think I read that wrong, but moving on. Writing a letter to your superiors? Officially, no. I've just been struck with a burst of poetic inspiration.
That's correct.
Unofficially, yes. Given everything there is to report, I'd say you could use some poetic inspiration. Have you come to offer some? Unfortunately, not. What you said before we left the Marrows, do you think it could really happen? Another calamity? We don't know. This ancient ritual was certainly evolved in the past, but it's not clear whether it was successfully completed or went awry somehow. Fine, then we don't know. But what do you think? If you're asking me how I feel about it, suffice it to say I'm not entirely optimistic. I'll admit, the outcome the signs suggest thus far is rather grim. Then may the gods help us. That may be necessary before the end, but if we succeed in our efforts, we can tip the scale. That gives me hope. Hope. I'm not sure how reasonable it is to hope to stop a clandestine ritual we know hardly anything about.
We do what we must.
Vesta, the others look to you for hope. Trust me when I say we have cause for it. But if you can't do that, keep hope at least for them. I know. I just don't want to give them a false hope. Then you must not let it be false. We can make it true. Our training, our knowledge, even this movement we've sparked across Delia, it's all empowered us to avert this crisis. Peace is once more in Delia's grasp. I pray you're right. Perhaps side by side, with a bit of grace, we might achieve it. I can promise you this, I won't be holding anything back on the battlefields ahead.
Agreed.
Nor will I. Sisters in arms, to the end then. Yes, to the end. Only may the end not come tomorrow. If it pleases the gods, may they hear that prayer. I sincerely hope they do. Here we go again. Rose with no one to bond with. Complete lack of bonds for Rose. So sad. And Maeve. Oh, Lincoln gets to bond with somebody. If it's real, here we go. Lincoln, this march on the capital, I'm sure it must feel strange. In the Delian army, they trained us to liberate occupied cities from hostile forces. I won't have any regrets about applying that training. Then it's true, a commander's calm never wavers. You've never forgotten who you are. No, I should hope not. All that we've done, perhaps it was the only way to truly fulfill my oath in the end. If we prevail, the people of Delia will honor you for it. And if we don't, it was still just. You've helped me come to see that.
You are welcome.
I'm glad to hear it. I think I needed that reminder myself. Getting all tongue-tied is not even a... You know, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? It's not even that hard. You know, the arenas of statecraft and diplomacy would benefit from a heart as true and courageous as yours. You should consider it. If any beast can chew me up and spit me out 3 times, it's politics. No, my skills are best suited for the battlefield, where there's vigor in me yet. And what if we succeed in establishing an era without need of war? That seems about as likely as my political ascendancy, but if we did, I suppose I could retire in peace, knowing Delia has a faithful ally in the kingdom of Aramor. That it would, for as long as I'm alive to do something about it. Then perhaps peace is not such a bard's dream. That all depends on what happens next. Whatever that entails, we face it together, as allies and as friends. You did promise to watch my back, if you recall.
Cannot fail
I try to be a man of my word. Good. To battle then, as one army, with truth as our commander.
Right away.
Those are the orders I can follow with a clean conscience. Then I will follow them with you to the last. And that's it. Except for these fake ones. Fake friendship. Fake bonds. Sadly. Shop. Actually, let's go to upgrades. Let's do, I think we're gonna blast through this a little bit. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna buy a tier 4. Two tier 4s. And that's it. It looks like. Monroe and Fenton, was it? Yeah. Save. Okay, we saved, correct? Save again. Advance. The tide has turned with all forces prepared to crash on the walls of Sojourn. Marching now, the party has devised a plan. They have an inside man, Dyolfen Bloodstone. As a well-respected and longtime member of the Palace Guard, Dyolfen believes that Varic needs to be stopped. He has arranged for the party to sneak through a small back gate, giving them direct access to the gatehouse. If they can make it to the controls, they'll be able to open the city gates to the bulk of their forces. I was just talking about a switch to open a gate. Couple chapters ago, maybe? Sometime today. Abyss take me. What a view. That's pretty cool. It's like the Tower of Babel. You've picked up too much foul language from Brooke. Oh, come on now. Ford, too. Be happy Marin doesn't swat you when you say it. Ah, we are. Believe me. So, there it is. Sojourn in all its glory. Don't get all sappy on us now, Garrick. Hold on. Who's sappy? I think we can all see it coming. The big speech about how much you love and appreciate us. I'd planned nothing of the sort. Regardless, if I had been, you'd have gone and ruined it. I've been meaning to ask. I used to miss Brookstead a lot. I don't anymore. Is that bad? Not at all. Brookstead isn't our home anymore. How could you say that? I always imagined we'd return after all this. Put down roots for future generations. I don't know. I want my children to be able to make their own path. I know what you mean, Garrick. After all we've been through, I have to think the Academy's a cruel system. I wouldn't have gotten to meet all our new friends in any other way. There's something to be said for that, but what if my true destiny was to be a stable hand? Here we go.
What?
Garrick, there's no chance in 1,000 lifetimes you'd be a stable hand. Why not? I'd be a great stable hand. Alden, just because it worked out for us doesn't mean it would for the next generation. Think of all of our old friends from Brookstead that have had to betray their morals for Varic. Yeah, but most of them were mean to me anyway. Kid's got a point. To the abyss with them. I guess it's impossible to say what our lives would look like even a year from now. If all goes well, a lot of red meat and consistent stream of good wine. You've had 2 mugs of wine in your whole life. So, maybe I want to get into the culture of it. I hear they have 100 different types over in Lavelle. I didn't like wine when I tried it. Who gave you wine?
No.
Oops, he made me promise not to say anything. It was just a sip. I'm going to kill Ford one of these days. Oh hey, he'd probably be a good person to ask about wine. Again, with the wine. I hope we get a chance to enjoy ourselves like that. I just can't really see it happening. Oh, Irving, the realist. Let me have my dreams.
Please.
I hope everyone sticks around. It's like having a big family. I hope so too. Well, I'm ready to put it all to the test. Show Varic what we're made of. We've come this far. We can do this. If it means an end to the violence, I'd do anything. Let's just hope we can handle peace as well as we've handled the war. Let's hope. This is our contact. Dyolfen. Oh, him. Dyolfen Bloodstone at your service. None of the newer guards know about this entrance, but we still have to be quick.
You'll
Come on.
find your way.
You'll have to find your way from here. Head south along the battlements and you should find the gatehouse. I don't think I need to explain how to pull the lever that opens the
Don't
gate.
worry.
Thank you. You're doing the right thing. That's what we all like to think, right? Just do everything we can to stop the bloodshed. If you take Varic out, I promise you many of us will lay down arms. That's what we're hoping for. You're a good man. Thank you. Get out of here before someone sees you. I have a feeling it's about to get rocky. Come on, let's try to get the gates open with as few casualties as possible. It's about time we end this. If you do make it to Varic, make sure you finish this. The people of Delia are with you. All of us. Yes, yes, yes. Cut the head off the snake. Hope it's not a Hydra. Alright, let's see what's going on. Open the gates to allow the rest of your forces to enter the city. And the gate is... We have to hit all those switches. Kind of looks like we have to go from here to up here. And then we have to hit both of these switches. So we can ignore the left half of the map. Oh, look at all these items on these guys, though. Garlic bread. Garlic bread. Garlic bread. Garlic bread. Exquisite wine. They were just talking about wine. Okay, so let's go down here. And we'll have people start going up here and some people go over here. Collect these items and then hit the last switch. Okay. We're gonna have to do a tactical retreat. We're just gonna play our strongest characters here. And go with it. They're gonna rush me. All these enemies are gonna rush me. What's he got? Dragon jerky. He's an egg breaker. Tier 2 token. I'm not even that worried about tokens anymore. I think we can buy a handful or a couple of like tier 4s for each fight. Okay, save. Start. Look at his movement. I didn't remember how high his movement was. Oh, we have to be careful of these archers on the wall. Ooh. Ooh. Just do this.
Right.
Kind of form up.
Let's do it.
I don't think we need to grind any more levels. I don't think we need to worry too much about money. I think we can play through, complete the objectives, and get the story. Bro. Really? 1 HP left? Okay. Okay, Monroe. He's at 1. That'll work. And we just move as much as we can, pretty much, while protecting the back here. So
easily done.
Go like this, and then because Liberty will be the rear guard here.
Aye.
Stop poking me.
No, Faust, I won't stop poking you. Oh, there's an item up there. I didn't see that archer with that item. Get out of here.
Grown is the shadow cast.
Maybe they're not gonna rush me? I guess we're gonna find out.
Smash!
I do like that we default to the lucky stick. That's nice. Crit? No. I do like that his character sprite also has the black and red hair. Yeah, they all rush. Oh, they don't. Okay. What does he have? Tier 1 token? I don't care about that. Okay. Continue playing rear guard there. Guess we can do this. Anybody need healed? No, not really. So
If you're sure.
this? No, I won't get that job done. Yeah, we'll still go there. I think this one. We have a lot of people in the middle. These should all die, almost for sure. Yeah.
Destiny does not falter.
Maeve is so strong. Like Maeve, Alden, Benji, and Marin could take the whole game. Don't even need anyone else. Guess we might as well. We can put
Hey, idiot, you're
a
gonna
regenerative
die.
heal there. Where's Helena? Oh, Helena's over there. Okay.
Benji's always
Benji
ready.
can catch up. I can finish this guy off and then catch up. How far can we move beyond now? Okay. Oh, come on, bro! We can do something interesting here. Possibly interesting, anyway.
Father,
Oh, he's
give
dead.
me strength.
Never mind. I'm very convinced at this point that a critical means a guaranteed hit. Who needs a heal? Again. Okay. And rear guard. There. And I guess finish that guy.
Coming in hot.
Moving right along. We are quite strong at this point. There was a period of time in the game, somewhere in the middle chapters, where I was kind of worried that we were not gonna be able to keep going.
Save some for the rest of us.
That I was gonna have to change my playstyle or something because the difficulty spike at one point in time, the enemies were just kind of very difficult there for like 2 or 3 battles in a row. I was dying a lot. Okay, who took the damage there? Oh, Alden. Okay, fine. Go straight down the side here. Oh, it's kind of a choke point here, isn't it?
I've got it.
Okay. We crit. If we get the crit, if we get the hit and get the crit, this guy's dead. Okay.
Benji brings
Boom.
the heat.
Benji does bring the heat. Oh, that was sweet. That attack animation was sweet.
Here.
Maeve is actually weak to like almost everybody else. Well, can we get a kill here? Yeah, okay. Let the assassin do assassin things. No, she's not an assassin, but that kind of general class.
Now, the might of Terrazael.
No. Hey, wrecked, nerd.
Stop poking me. Hey, idiot, you're gonna die. It just works.
Okay. That'll work.
Let's do it.
Thought you'd never ask.
Yep.
Our enemies will fear us. I will.
Okay.
The desert sun burns.
Move, or I'll move ya.
Yeah. Especially when you just smack him in the face with a shield, he'll move.
Don't mind if I do.
Let's do this, actually. And Fenton can
Aye.
rotate on this guy. Hopefully Samara can kill the other one, and then Helena can finish off this guy. That would be the ideal situation. Let's get a heal here. Actually, let her do some attacking. Or not. Okay. I guess Helena can move over and fight that archer, and then maybe someone else can come in here and reach over. Can anyone else reach No. Okay, so yeah, this is the way. Alden can do this then. Boom.
I will.
More work?
It's fine. We hold this opening open.
Stay with me. Leave it to me.
Get a move on.
One step closer.
I've got it.
Ouch. Glad I healed her. I guess it wouldn't have mattered.
Face your judgment.
Ah, too bad she didn't get another crit. That's okay. The itemized guys are coming to me. I don't even have to go to them. Okay.
Leave it to me.
As far as she can go. Anyways. That would be good.
Experience is a fine weapon.
Alden doing Alden things. Just completely deleting guys.
Little warning next time?
I've got a lot to learn.
Level 40. Oh, nothing happens at level 40. Okay. Well.
Stay with me.
Yeah, we can get a healer up there, if nothing else. Should be fine.
You've
Oh, that
made
guy's
your
dead.
death a necessity.
Oh, is he? Nope. Okay. Mage is dead. The rest of those guys are not that scary. The archers.
Aye, that'll do.
Can he... It seems like Benji should be able to just fly straight up here. But I guess not.
All right. I'm here.
Faust should do fine.
Easily done.
Okay, we move Faust first.
Stop poking me.
We get to move one step closer there. And then just there. Then one archer can attack her if they want to. Oh, what?
Truth pierces is like a sword.
Faust might be dead. That did way more damage than I expected. His defense is good. That's what I'm talking. That's what I
It
mean.
had
Like
to be
his,
done.
like he's a physical defense character, and somehow that archer did a bazillion damage. Somehow. Holy smokes.
Nobody crosses a dwarf.
Okay, now we can get through there, if nothing else. But I want to catch up over here with these guys. Liberty's going to continue being the rear guard here.
If you're sure.
Okay. The fact a mage is so strong against an archer seems weird. Like, just different mechanics. It's fine. Just takes
This should be fun.
a little bit of time. Get used to it, I guess.
Right between the eyes.
Marin is gonna have to stay down there to heal Rose.
Lead the way. Let's do it.
I am here.
I will.
Yeah, keep him back, I guess.
More work?
Don't look at me.
A little bit closer, I guess. Cover Alden. Oh, Benji hasn't gone.
Out of Benji's way!
That was very cool. Liberty shouldn't have any trouble down there. I would guess Maeve wouldn't either. Just playing defensively. Liberty, Maeve, and Marin can probably hold off that whole section. But I don't need that many characters up on the wall. So I think I'll keep Alden down there as well. We'll just rain down destruction. So let's see. That's a shame.
Are you sure?
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get Alden up to this guy, in attack range of this guy. One concern I do have is that there's a mage right here. that could potentially do a lot of damage.
Don't try to impress me.
Nah, this one then.
Why
It's
do
a
you
little bit
even
less
bother?
damage we'll have to worry about. And Marin will heal Maeve, and we focus on the wall.
And here I thought I'd seen it all.
How can I help?
Okay. That's okay. We'll take a little bit of damage. That's fine. As far as he can go.
Impressive, is it not?
I didn't see how much damage that guy was going to do. If he crits, Fenton's dead.
Don't look at me.
It is willed.
Okay.
Embrace your fallen
Good job,
fate.
Helena. Wonderful.
Hey, idiot, you're gonna die.
How can I assist?
We're going to see if we need to hit both switches here. Crit?
Destiny does
Yeah.
not falter.
I think she would have done enough damage without the crit. Yeah, she would have.
You make this look easy.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Maeve doing the evasion tanking. Wonderful. Okay, he can't reach. He can. So that's what we'll do. Arrive. Okay, we only need one switch.
Their malice is but a memory.
We left a lot of enemies there, but I feel fine about it.